Join Anderson Coach and Travel on our National Park Treasures Tour, an awe-inspiring journey to some of the most beautiful areas of our country. Traditionally run mid-July each summer, this 14-day tour will first stop at the famous Notre Dame campus in South Bend, Indiana. We will then travel to Des Moines, Iowa, enjoying a stop at their beautiful Capitol building. During our tour, we'll also visit the Great Platte River Archway Monument, which extends over Interstate 80. This commemorates a route traveled by the pioneers, a great sight to see. Our journey then takes us to Cabela's Sporting Goods store in Sidney, Nebraska. This is the very first store that Cabela's opened. Outside Cabela's, you'll be able to see one of their large statues, which replicates their wildlife theme. At about this point, you may be able to start seeing some pronghorn, and hopefully, along the trip, you'll experience hundreds of them. The Lincoln Monument, which we will be viewing, overlooks Sherman Hill, which is the highest point along Route 80. The monument is so large, it's always interesting to stand beside it, snap a picture and compare your height. Suddenly, you will feel extremely small. As we approach our first overnight stop in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, you'll be able to see the Grand Tetons in the background similar to this photo. There'll be time to enjoy lunch and shopping throughout the city, and maybe even dinner at the Silver Dollar Saloon, where there are actual silver dollars and counter seating on saddles. Another famous sight at Jackson Hole are the antler arches, which appear at each entrance to the park. These arches are maintained by the Boy Scouts of America. You'll definitely want to have your photo taken in some of these unique areas. In this view of Jackson Hole with the Grand Tetons in the background, it's no wonder that this is one of the most popular areas for wintertime skiing in the country. One of the perks on this tour is during the evening, we'll enjoy the Bar T5 ride. On this ride, you'll actually be attacked by Indians. There'll be a chuck wagon meal and interactive entertainment to enjoy for the entire evening. On our 5th day, we'll start our travels out of Jackson Hole. We'll have beautiful picture stops throughout the day, similar to this one, where you can see the Grand Tetons rising to 13,770 feet in the background. During our many photo stops, keep your eyes out for some of the beautiful wildlife that the Grand Tetons invites out. Along our way, we'll be stopping at the Snake River, where you may actually see some elk. During our journey, as we approach the south entrance to Yellowstone National Park, it's interesting to note that this park covers 2.2 million acres, and not only is the largest national park in the system, it was also named the first national park back in 1872. Although Yellowstone National Park has many geysers, the most popular is Old Faithful, because every 79 minutes, visitors are treated to a spectacular eruption, extending 100 feet into the air. You'll actually get to witness this because we will be at the visitor center long enough for you to experience this fabulous eruption. At this point, we will have a step-on guided tour that will take us for a stop to view the lower falls. Not only will you get some great views and some great photos, but you'll also experience some of the most beautiful parts of this national park. Next, we'll be able to see the Yellowstone River. This river is considered the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone Park. Weather permitting, you'll have the opportunity to take photographs of your own, firsthand, outside and enjoying and hearing this thunderous river roar by. As we mentioned, Yellowstone is home to many geysers other than Old Faithful. We'll be seeing many of them throughout the park, and we'll be making various stops where you'll be able to view these safely from a boardwalk. Extremely hot, these geysers have been compared as mini volcanoes. This view within the park is known as paint pots, for all the various hues created from the interaction of the sunlight on the steam, trees, and sparkling waters. Another beautiful spot within the park is Artistic Point. It is a unique area where you'll be able to actually look down at the mighty Yellowstone River. As you look at those rocks changing color though, remember them because it's often said it's never the same twice. Here at Blue Star Springs, we will see more paint pots. A pathway will take you along these for better viewing. This is another view of the geysers that we see sometimes throughout the park. These are known as steam vents. Throughout the day at the park, we'll be visiting many geysers, approximately 5 of them, weather permitting, Old Faithful being one of these. As our coach travels through Hayden Park, you just might be able to see hundreds of buffalo. When you do, it's quite a sight. This photo was actually taken from the coach as we traveled through the park. As part of our tour, we'll be guided through the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. This foundation features a wildlife art gallery with elk displays and life-size mounts, including grizzly bear, mountain goats, and bighorn sheep. We will then be traveling to Glacier National Park. 1,000,000 acres in size, it's the 4th largest national park of the system. It was named after 48 slow-moving glaciers throughout the park. Here, you'll be surrounded by some of the finest mountain scenery in America. Some of that beautiful scenery will be seen as we pass by Lake McDonald, as seen here in this slide. And just another beautiful photo of this tranquil lake. As we approach going to the Sun Road, you'll notice it's a little narrow for our coaches to travel. So rather than risk it, what we'll do is we'll load us all onto some jammers or vans to travel this outstanding scenic roadway. This picture from the road was taken at Logan Pass.